Hello, and welcome to another episode of Empowered Spirituality. This is a meditation to help you release and move on from the past, especially negative parts of the past, of course. So, for this one, I'll invite you to grab a journal, find a comfortable place to rest, and then also, if you'd like, grab some additional pieces of paper and a fire safe bowl. So in this meditation, we'll have the option to burn those pieces of paper with things written on them that we'd like to release. However, please do not burn anything in a way that is not safe and contained. So make sure you're burning in a fire safe bowl. Make sure that you're prepared with water to make sure those flames don't get out of hand. And please don't burn anything that you're not ready to burn. So basically fancy talk for I'm not in charge of if you burn things. And there's also the option to just simply pick apart the paper, which is what I'll do. Just tear it up because I don't have a bowl. All right. And before we get in, another note that's not about fire safe bowls. You are responsible for what you choose to focus on. So for some of us, there's a lot of traumatic things in our past, right? For me as well. But if focusing on some of these truly upsetting and traumatic events will be hard for you, please choose to focus on something less emotionally charged. That being said, I'm also not a trauma therapist. However, in the show notes below, there will be resources that you may go to if you are feeling overwhelmed. So also, if at any time you feel overwhelmed, go ahead and move on. So I'm sharing the community guidelines. These are community guidelines that are in the meditation circle, which is what this meditation is adapted from. If you're listening to the podcast audio of this may not make sense. So let's go ahead and find our comfortable position. Getting comfortable now, showing up fully and authentically in the moment. Let's take some moments to adjust the clothes, adjust any pillows or blankets, and just find a nice, comfortable position where we will feel safe and comfortable to continue in. And now let's bring our attention to our bodies. Doing a quick and brief body scan, noticing which areas of the body are tense. Maybe even noticing which parts of the body are soft. Those places of the body that are feeling tense, let's go ahead and send some extra breath there. And I'll invite you to perhaps roll out the shoulders, maybe sending extra love wherever that tension is in the body. And now let's turn our attention onto our emotions that may be present with us right now. What emotions are coming up for you or have been present with you today? Noticing where where these emotions are in the body. Noticing what they feel like in those parts of the body. We aren't trying to change our emotions, simply to notice them and to witness them, to hold space for them, allowing them to be present with us. Perhaps sending some breath to those areas where the emotions live in. And now taking a moment to just watch our thoughts, to be the observer of our thoughts as they come into our mind and not attached to them so they're able to float out again. Simply letting them come in and letting them leave. Settling in fully to the present moment, feeling connected to the breath, connected to the body, holding space for your emotions, and being the observer of your thoughts. Holding space for all of you to show up in this moment. All of you is welcome in this moment. Taking up space, taking up as much space as you need. If you selected this meditation, I can only assume it's because you're dealing with the difficulties of releasing the past. So often we bring the past around with us, which is understandable and very valid and human, but not always the most helpful thing for us to do. Often we hold on to the past and let it impact how we feel in the present and the decisions we make about the future. And perhaps this handling of the past shows itself in the present as guilt, fear, worry, anxiety, sadness, mistrust, grief, maybe more than one. What past situation is here with you right now? Is it something you did, something that was done to you, an environment that you were in, a relationship? Identify what is coming up for you right now. And this may feel uncomfortable. If you're having a hard time releasing it, it may be because it's painful, even though that may sound like an oxymoron. And so often we run from these uncomfortable feelings. And because we run from them, they chase us back. And so even though it may feel uncomfortable, what is key for release sometimes is acceptance and sitting with the feelings. sitting with the memories, with the thoughts that come with those memories. And another note that you know you and your body best. If anything feels too intense, please redirect and reassess. Maybe pick another meditation instead. I'll invite you to sit with what's coming up in your body. First, with the emotions. When you think about this past issue, situation, or memories, what emotions are coming up in the body for you? And where are they showing up? Focusing now on the thoughts that come up around those memories, those situations. Practicing what we did earlier of being the gentle observer, curious observer, the non judgmental observer. Simply noticing and witnessing the thoughts that come up. Now I invite you to inquire what those thoughts made you believe about yourself, about the world, about other people, about your worthiness, about your capabilities. Noticing what beliefs you have around these memories. And lastly, notice what's coming up for you in your body. Notice any areas of tension, of resistance, and maybe even emotions in the body as well. And as you're doing this, remember to keep breathing. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and grab your journal and write down what it is that's haunting you from your past. And then I'll invite you to write down the emotions, the thoughts, the beliefs, and the physical sensations that come up around this past situation. Lastly, reflect on how this sits with you and affects you in your daily life. Because these are a lot of prompts, I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes, giving you a heads up when you have 1 minute left. You have 1 minute left. Whenever you're ready, set your journal to the side. Coming back to a nice, comfortable meditative spot, either sitting down or laying down. I would just like to invite you to give yourself maybe a hand on the heart. Give yourself some gratitude for what you just did. Then you close your eyes, begin to just tune into the natural rhythm of the breath again, tuning back into the body, back into the present moment. Becoming just the observer of your thoughts again, allowing them to come in and then float away again. We're going to do the 4-7-8 breath technique I incorporate a lot. How this works is you breathe in for the count of 4, you hold for the count of 7, and you exhale for the count of 8. Before we begin, go ahead and exhale all the excess air out of your lungs, out of your diaphragm. And then breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Allowing your breath now to come back to its natural rhythm of breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing how you feel after those cycles of breath. And keeping your eyes closed, I'd like to invite you to imagine a ball of light in the belly of your body, underneath the breastbone, above the belly button. And this ball of light may look however you'd like. It may look gold, white. The most important thing is that this light is healing, rejuvenating, and loving. As you breathe, this healing light grows and swirls in the belly, in the abdomen, in the solar plexus. And as it spins, as it shines, as it glows, you'll feel a sense of comfort in the belly. a sense of peace washing over you, a sense of calm and of love and support in the belly. Now, I'll invite you to remember where you said the sensations of your past live in the body. So maybe the stomach, maybe the chest, arms, the legs, maybe more than one space. Wherever you feel the sensations of the past, invite the healing light to move to that area. As this healing light touches the area where you feel the effects of your past, let it soften, let it heal. Continuing to breathe, allowing any thoughts to float in and simply float out again, returning your attention back to this healing ball of light. And as you inhale, the light grows bigger, shining brighter. And as you exhale, imagine the past leaving your lips, exhaling through your mouth, visualizing a smoke that dissipates into the air, floating farther and farther away from you. Breathing in, feeling the light grow bigger and stronger, and exhaling through your lips, imagining smoke dissipating, floating away from you. Feel yourself getting lighter and lighter as you allow what weighs you down to float away, dissipating into the air and leaving you. Feeling yourself embrace the feeling of freedom, of lightness, of a new beginning. Giving yourself space and permission to show up in this moment without being weighed back by your past. When you're ready, go ahead and bring the ball of light back into your solar plexus, your abdomen, your belly. And as you breathe, imagine this ball grows smaller and smaller, fading back into where it began. Knowing that you have access to this healing light within you, no matter where you go. Allow your breath to come back to normal. Perhaps opening your eyes and coming back to the present. Grabbing your journal once again. I'll invite you to journal on, are you ready to release this and why? Then journaling about what your life will look like when you do release this. And when you're done with that, write what you want to release on scraps of paper. I'm going to give you 5 minutes again since it's so much. You have 1 minute left. And don't forget to write what you want to release on scraps of paper. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and take your scraps of paper. Go ahead and either take your fire safe bowl or get ready to just tear up your scraps of paper. Let me reiterate, if you do not have a place to burn your paper carefully and safely, just tear up your paper. And if you're going to be burning it, make sure you have a fire safe bowl and make sure that you're in an area where it won't spread. Maybe taking a pause and going to get some water just to be safe. If you're going to be burning your scraps of paper, follow me. If you're going to be tearing, we'll do that in just a second. Go ahead and hold your scraps of paper and think about what it is that you're releasing. Think about what you journaled about how you will feel when you do release this. The freedom, the joy, the fresh perspective, the chance to start over. Think about why you want to release this and give yourself permission to release it. Whenever you're ready, dip your scraps of paper into a candle, bring up a lighter or a match, and safely let them burn. Dropping them into your bowl whenever you feel ready. Remembering to be very, very careful. If you're going to be tearing up what you want to release, go ahead and hold them in your hands similarly, imagining yourself releasing them. Imagine the freedom that you'll feel without it. Giving yourself permission to let go. And as you hold this intention of release, go ahead and tear up the scraps of paper, perhaps imagining them floating into ash around you, leaving you. And for the last 5 minutes, I'm going to turn up the volume all the way. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to invite you to either just sit and allow what just happened to wash over you, to allow the feeling of release to wash over you, to settle in, or to journal about whatever you'd like to, or to stop here. Everyone is fine. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Empowered Spirituality. This was a meditation on releasing your past that I did for my meditation circles that I do every Monday evening. And this was I did this presentation in this meditation, but this wasn't the actual one I did on Monday evening. Um, if you'd like to ever do these live and be in a community of other people, feel free to head over to my website and click on the Meditation Circle tab for more information on joining the circle and getting community and support. Until next time, thank you so much. See you later.